So that's the most common one.
Yeah.
I've heard it do.
Okay, I'm going to keep my ear out for that now.
It's very like that. Hello, my name is Eric Harris, and I live in Semaphore South.
The bird?
Well, I think it's classified as an Alexandrine Parrot, but that's obviously a name that's been given to it by the people who explored in Sri Lanka. A dog walking was where I first found this parrot, where it found me actually, I reckon. Other parrots had found me as well previously. Another escapee had actually come and landed on my shoulder, but that's a separate story. And this other escapee found me as well, which is an interesting saga in itself. So I spent quite a long time trying to befriend this parrot and following it around the oval and then Semaphore South. EP Nazar Reserve it's called, which is just behind the Lefebvre High School, which is one of my dog walking destinations. And I encountered this parrot first through its call. I recognised it wasn't a native bird, or certainly not a native bird that I was familiar with anyway. So I was more conscious of looking out for it to see what bird was making this call.
So that was the first thing that alerted you? You heard the call of the parrot?
The call first, yeah. And I thought, there's a bird here, there's an unusual species.
Yeah.
So I kept an eye out for it during my dog walking excursions, and eventually, I'm not sure how long it took me to find it, or it to appear to me, to make itself physically obvious. Eventually I ended up recognising it by its flight as well. I would see it before I would hear it. There's the bird.
The way it flies.
Yep, recognised its flight style.
So this bird, you noticed it, and it seems. Do you think it noticed you?
It definitely. I believe it recognised me from my own gait and my own body movements, much as I would recognise it.
Yeah, sure.
And also, it would recognise me because of the dog that I was walking as well. And I have seen evidence in documentary that birds will recognise people by their body types and their body shapes, and even their facial characteristics.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not dumb animals.
No, they're not.
Highly intelligent, and this Alexandrine parrot is a highly intelligent species and a mimic as well. It's well known for its mimicking behaviours.
Oh, is it?
Human voices, yeah.
Oh, it does human voices?
Yeah, I think that was one of the reasons that it was so popular to the early explorers. In my intuitive centre, I do believe the bird was flying over my garden, because it worked out, well, there's the dog and there's the person. Sure. I've seen them, and I whistle from the garden regularly to try and communicate with it. It often calls back to me. It will do variations of that, where it might just do the first one, and it makes single calls as well, single shrill. And it will do a sequence of them as well. It will do ones like that as well, with the same shrill note. But it also has another one which is more like a squawk. Well, that's going to hurt my throat if I copy that one. Just half hurt my throat. Excuse me. Yeah. So that first one is its most common one. Yeah. And it's responded to me that call and response several times doing that.
Just wondering, when that happens, do you have a kind of a feeling for what's been communicated? Or an imagination, you know?
First of all, I thought it was loneliness, actually. I felt that it was lonely, but that's maybe logical because it was on its own, and birds generally aren't, solitary creatures. Maybe some are, raptors, I guess, but even they have small family groups, I think, with a partner or a mate. But these birds, I imagine, are flock creatures, parrots. So I did feel that it was loneliness, essentially, to start with, but I saw it bonding with Galahs. I'm not sure how happy the Galahs were with its company, but they didn't seem to be chasing it away, and it would be impossible to tell whether it was the same two Galahs, but it did seem to appear, when I noticed it, it did seem to appear quite regularly with two Galahs.
Okay, yeah.
And Galahs generally I see them on the ground, but this Perdu, or Alex's long tail feathers don't make it easy for it to walk on the ground, but it was trying to copy the Galahs as well.
And they were tolerating...
They were tolerating its presence. I mean, it was slightly separated from them,
Yeah.
but I've seen it on electricity wires sitting next to a pair of Galahs quite commonly. I do feel that it's looking for another one like it.
Sure.
And I imagine that's why it's calling. I mean, birds, they communicate, don't they?
Yeah,
and
they
use
do.
their calls to alert each other or communicate what information. She and I were standing with dogs, and the dogs were doing their thing, and I heard the bird whistle, and I said to Mary, her name is, "Oh, there's Perdu," and she said, "Perdu, what do you mean?" And I spoke about the parrot, and she said, "Oh, I know that bird as well." And she had named it. She had named it Alex, and it was from her that I learned where the bird's name was.
Yeah.
She was calling this bird Alex, and I'm saying, no, this bird's it's actually called Perdu,
Sorry, how did you get Perdu?
Perdu's French,
Uh-huh.
French for lost. But my dad refers to it on the phone as Perdu as well. I was speaking to him from Scotland. He said he was still seeing Perdu around.
He asks about Perdu.
He does, yeah. And so actually, funnily enough, a couple of times I've been out in the garden talking to my dad on the phone, and the bird has whistled.
Uh-huh.
And my dad has heard
That's
in
beautiful.
Scotland, hearing the bird's voice.
Wow.
It's almost like it would be aware that he was asking about it.
Yeah. All right. Is there anything else you'd like to say about Perdu/Alex?
Good luck. Good luck, Perdu.
Shout out
if you're out there somewhere.
if you're watching.
If you're watching, yeah.
Yeah.
Go for some seeds sometime.
Kiko nandu, nandu.